That's a multiple tone here, guys. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a tool, and it's a launch-based scan tool. It is a C-Reader Elite, and it is for Toyota. I had the option of a Toyota or a Honda. I work on more Toyotas than I do Hondas, so we're gonna dive into it. So let's check it out. So here's what it looks like right here. It's launch-based. I've been using my launch scan tool at work quite a bit. So it's a C-Reader Elite for Toyota, and it's supposed to do quite a few things. So I got a 03. So we're going to try it out on my 03 Camry right now, and we're going to hook up to it. And then I'm going to also check it out on my 2012 Sienna, which has a lot more modules, and we'll see what this guy can do.
When you first get the tool, you're going to have to hook it up. I would just advise you plug it in and get it going. It's going to try to do a whole bunch of updates. Here you can see I thought I had installed everything. I started to scan the vehicle, and then all of a sudden it wants to do a firmware update. So, I mean, this is nothing new with anything software based. Anytime you're messing with computer stuff, there's always updates. Everything's got to be up to the current status. So in this case, it's going to run through its firmware update, and then I'm going to be able to do a VIN scan. Now the VIN scan, like all scan tools, it always depends on the vehicle that you're working on and the year. So in this case, I'm looking at a 03 Toyota, and so it did pretty much auto detect this 03 Camry. So now it's going to go through here, it's going to scan, and you're going to, in my case, when you first get it, you can see it says 16 pin, and it said Europe. So you have to go in and change your area to North America. And then once you do that, then you have the 16 pin North America. You can click on that and then start to scan the vehicle. And then it's going to run through and do a health report.
So sometimes if you hook up, let's say, a Snap-on scanner, and you scan the vehicle you're in, you got a check engine light on, and you're only scanning for the check engine light. Here's an example. So I had a vehicle that came in that had a check engine light on, and they had a concern of a lack of power, and I pulled a thermostat code, PO128, and so we replaced the thermostat. Then when I got all done, the Snap-on scanner was being used, so I grabbed my launch. Well, my launch automatically did a full system scan and found 3 codes in the transmission. Because I didn't do the full scan, I didn't catch those in the beginning. It didn't matter, they only wanted the thermostat fixed, but that's why a health report is a really good idea, and I like that the launch automatically does that. So here's what it does right here. It always comes up with this right here. It's a certified thing, so if you have like your email and stuff, you can get it emailed in. So here we're going to go through, it's showing all the modules, and it's showing that there are no codes in any of the modules. So let's go into the engine. Pretty much the same prompts as the main scan tool. So we'll go to read fault code. There shouldn't be any because I had a green check mark saying that there were no codes. Okay, no codes in there. So now we're going to go to actuation test. Let's just see what this thing can do. Okay, so I feel like I'm looking at a Snap-on scanner because I've scanned this car many times, and I've scanned many 03 Camrys. So let's just say we got a problem with the AC clutch. You can go here. So now you go and you click monitoring data. So sometimes you have to go and select the data that you want in the launch, and the top down, they don't automatically pull a data PID list, which actually is a really good idea because here's why. The Snap-on scan tool, when you go in to do a specific test or look at something specific, it has a list of PIDs, and that's what you get to look at. So let's say there's a PID that you want to look at, and it won't let you, it's not there. There's nothing you can do. With the top down and the launch, what I like about it is you select the PIDs that you want. When you go to the PIDs, you have the option to select all the PIDs. So therefore, you can select the PIDs that you want to see versus the Snap-on, you have no choice. You only are allowed to see what they want to show you. So here we're just going to click AC clutch. And now we're gonna And the AC clutch just kicked on in my car. And the AC clutch just kicked off. I don't know if you can hear it. All right, so we know that the AC clutch test works, which is pretty cool. What I like is when you hook up something and you try to use it, and the first thing that you try actually works. Purge valve. If you ever have an evap code, that's the #1 thing you want to test. You want to test the purge valve every single time. We're just gonna. So I'm not gonna test anything with this. We're just gonna look at the options. So injector volume, air fuel control, fuel pump, magnetic clutch relay. You can do the VVT, the lockup solenoid, the line pressure solenoid, a shift. You can do canister pressure control, IAC motor. So now we're in special function. So we can go to the air fuel O2 operation, check mode. We can reset the memory. We can do an evap system check. This is an O3, so it's only going to be a manual test. I'm not going to do it. It's kind of a pain in the butt, especially if you... All right, we're going to stop that. All right, we can reset the oil light. We can do a manual throttle match, or we can customize the setting. So we can also go into the OBD2 and look at monitors. Let's say you live in California, you have smog testing in your area. We can go to ABS, SRS, and the immobilizer. So now let's go check out my 2012 Sienna. So now we're in a 2012 Sienna. So this one should actually auto detect. So far, I'm really impressed. I use a lot of scan tools. If you follow my videos, I use Snap-on scanners, top-down scan tools, launch scan tools. I've used Autel, a ton of different factory scan tools. And so far, everything I've tried to do with this is the exact same as what you would get if you spent $3,000 and got a Snap-on scan tool. So here we are right here, auto detected. Oh, it's not a Lexus. Not even paying attention. I was so used to it saying non-EV and EV that I automatically clicked the one on the left, which is what it always is. EV is always on the right and the non-EV is on the left. This one, probably because it's a 2012 for some reason, so it's a 2012 Sienna. And let's see what we pull. All right, so here we go. 16-pin DLC North America. I'm not sure what it would do if you selected in the beginning, before I set the area, when it said Europe. This is where it asks you a bunch of questions. I just talked to a top don at SEMA, and they were telling me how all those questions, the radar and the smart key and all that, those only matter if you're going to be working in those systems. And we're doing a health report. It's going to pull all the modules. All right, here we go. So if you own a Toyota or you ever work on a Toyota, in the engine control module, this P1604 startability malfunction, it will always be there. This van has never had a problem starting. I clear that code and it is always there every single time I hook up. So we got an ABS code for low or high power supply. Oh wow, okay. We got codes I've never seen before. These codes were never there. All right, we got some sort of all right, we got a rear. We got TPMS. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of bad sensors. I just don't feel like replacing them. So here we are. We're at the master switch. We have all the door modules. Driver's door, we got immobilizer, the right rear door, left door, body control. So all right, so I went into the engine. Sometimes you can select PIDs that don't apply. That's the one bad thing about the launch and the top down. So here we are in the engine. I have let's just pick some random ones. AC signal. So I'm gonna turn the AC off, and you can see Right there, AC signal turned off. Now we're going to go with the closed throttle position switch. So now I have the throttle open. And now it's closed again. So there's that. And we got the coolant temp. You can also, I was going to combine them, but so you can combine the graphs here. It's not really applying because of what I picked. So we'll just look at engine speed. And you can see the graph is getting bigger. So now we hit like 4,000 right there. And it's coming back down. All right, so here I'm in the driver's door motor module, and we're gonna command the windows up. So we're gonna go down, and you can see it went down. And it's going down in sections because you can look at the data. So now we're going to go up. And the reason that it's going up in cycles like that is because you can select the glass position. So now we have glass position right here. So when we're in this, it went all the way down. And now we're going all the way up. Windows up. So this C-reader here costs 179 bucks on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you can click a coupon and get it a little bit cheaper. But I'll tell you what, so far, 03 Camry, 2012 Sienna, for what it does and what it costs, if you have Toyota and if you have your own Toyota or you work on a lot of Toyotas, it actually will be very beneficial. So they have one for a Honda, one for a Toyota that I saw on the Amazon, but I'm pretty sure I saw on TikTok that they had one for Fords as well. Anyways, I'll look into that because that's something I'd be interested in because I work on a lot of Fords as well. So I give it a thumbs up, especially for the money. You can't go wrong. It's launch based, so there's a plus right there. So I recommend it. And yeah, so thanks for watching the video. Hit the like button, hit subscribe button, hit the bell. You get notified of all my future content, which you definitely don't want to miss. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.